if that is where all of your income is coming from, then you're going to have a tax issue when you hit retirement. Hey everyone, Joe here with Intelliplan Financial, and today what I'm going to talk about is 5 retirement concepts that we actually overlook or don't think about when we are planning our retirement. So think of this as just a quick list of things to not forget when you're planning. So the first one is your required minimum distributions. A lot of times when we think about retirement planning, we start looking at our assets and when are we pulling from which accounts and how much so that we don't run out of money. But don't forget about that RMD, especially if you retire, say at 67 or 70 and you're planning that income. If you're not pulling enough out of those accounts, when you hit 73, you're going to be required to pull more. So you want to make sure that you're including that additional income with all of the other income streams that you are planning. So don't forget about RMDs. The second one is income taxes. Now, think about where all of your income is coming from. If you're approaching retirement and all your retirement accounts are in 401s, 403s, simple IRAs, any pre-taxed account, if that is where all of your income is coming from, then you're going to have a tax issue when you hit retirement. So you cannot forget about that. And that's also going to affect your Social Security because they're looking at your provisional income to determine how much in Social Security tax are you going to pay. So you have to keep all of that in mind and how your income taxes are going to come into the mix. A third thing you want to think about is healthcare costs. Now, I know that we do consider, in the most part, most people I talk to, they're thinking about healthcare, but I don't think they understand the gravity of it. For example, Fidelity just put out a study in 2022 that stated the average couple at the age of 65 is going to require approximately $315,000 for healthcare. Now that breaks down as when you're in your younger years of retirement, it's a little less, but once you get older, you're spending a lot more. So you've got to keep into account that healthcare is going to be very costly when you hit retirement years. The fourth thing to think about is elder care needs. At some point, we get to that stage where maybe we can't take care of ourselves anymore. So you want to plan, how are you going to manage this? Especially if you are a surviving spouse and you're on your own other than maybe your kids. You have to think about who is going to take care of you and what's that going to look like. Am I going to go into a facility, a nursing home where they're going to take care of me? Or am I going to stay at home and hire someone part-time, full-time to help take care of me? So these are additional costs that sometimes I think we forget about what we're going to need because we're so busy thinking about where we're going to travel and what we're going to do in retirement. So all important things to remember, but don't forget about elder care costs. And then lastly, don't forget about inflation, especially if your income plan is showing pretty much a fixed income through your retirement years. Inflation is going to be very costly to you. The cost of things rise. Now, the issue that we face is we don't think of inflation as a major issue because it's gradual. But when you think of retirement, you're not in retirement for 2 or 3 years. You could be in retirement for 20 to 30 years. So the price of something, I just did a presentation recently where I was talking about the price of a hamburger from McDonald's in the 50s was like 25 cents approximately. But by the time you get to the year 2000, that same hamburger is $1.49. So the cost is going to go up. And if you're on a fixed income, then you could put yourself in a tough spot in retirement. So all of these things are very important, and you want to take these into account when you're planning your retirement income strategy. So again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope I shared some information. If you need assistance organizing those assets and building strategically the income plan, that is what we do here, and we're more than happy to help you out. So you can find us at intelliplanfinancial.com. So thanks again and enjoy the rest of your day.